Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Welcome. My name is Jason Thompson, and I have served as a superintendent here in Marysville School District. We are very, very proud of the RAP Center. We're just getting rolling with this, and we've been waiting for this day for a long time. I'm still sold on this is going to be a great, great program. It started out as a great program, and I will say I have board support. Marysville School District is behind this all the way. Thank you for being here. I appreciate their support.
Many or some of you may have seen a land acknowledgement previously. They happen at art events, civic events, sporting events, cultural events. Land acknowledgements are an honest and historically accurate way to recognize and pay tribute to the original inhabitants of the land. The Marysville School District is honored to continue this meaningful practice. And with that, I'm going to give it to Ms. Carnell, and she's going to do a land reminder.
Thank you, Ryan. We acknowledge the original inhabitants of this place, the Squamish people, and their successors, the Tulalip tribes, who since time immemorial have taken care of, hunted, fished, and gathered on these lands. We respect their sovereignty, their right to self-determination, and we honor their sacred spiritual connection with the land and the water.
Thank you and good morning. Again, my name is Rochelle Lubbers, Executive Director of Education for the Tulalip Tribes. I'm really excited for you students and the opportunity that you have and all of the future generations and classes ahead of you. This is an amazing opportunity. You're our future, and congratulations for being the first class. This is going to be great. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today, and thank you for the district being a partnership in the work with Tulalip Tribes.
Thank you to everybody who took time out of their busy schedules to come and be here this morning to celebrate this ribbon cutting with us. What a great day. And this event has been a long time coming. We're so excited to have the opportunity to thank all of you and all of our stakeholders who have helped make this happen. I'd also like to call out just a couple of our stakeholders specifically who have contributed financially to support the RAP program and have just been critical in making sure that this can get up and running with the funding that's necessary. And so that includes the Washington State Legislature, the Governor's Office, Sound Transit, the Marysville School District, Everett Community College, and Snohomish County Government. And also a thank you to Brandon Klepper and his team who have really cleaned up this building, and it looks beautiful. If anybody was here about a year or so ago when we came and did the initial tour, you can see the great difference to what we have today. And they're not done yet, but it just looks fantastic. So thank you, Brandon and his team. And then Commander Brassfield and the NJROTC students who helped out with the parking. So if we can give everybody a big round of applause for their support.
You know, it's easy to hit a home run when the people come to you and they're already on third base. And that is an example of this program. When Nate came to me and said, we've got this program, we'd like you to take a look at legislation and funding, would you do that? And after listening and seeing who he brought together, all of these people, I said, certainly this is a good idea. I love new beginnings, and that's what this is. And hopefully it'll be a model. I've already had other school districts, one in particular to the south, say, well, why didn't you do that for us? And I said, why didn't you ask? What was most impressive about this, Nate, was when we finally got a hearing on the bill, and I knew the chair wasn't anxious to have another bill hearing. They came down, and when they were finished, he turned to me, shook his head, and told me later, he said that was one of the better presentations on something new he had heard. And you could see people from both sides of the aisle shaking their head on that particular bill. And that's what's neat about this too. It was a bipartisan piece. Republicans and Democrats, when we work together and when the community works together, this is what we can get done. So thank you, and thank you for your work.
I've been involved in organized labor for a long time, and organized labor has some amazing training facilities around the state. The pipe fitters and plumbers have an amazing facility right up in Burlington, so do electricians and the carpenters. and Teamsters do in Eastern Washington. And the thing that we found out, that this was one of the best kept secrets in the state. Because as Nate alluded to it, the average age of someone coming into these programs was 28 and 29 years old. And they weren't prepared. They're not prepared for this type of work. And what's important to labor is that they are prepared for this type of work when they come into these apprenticeship programs. And so we're very excited to see this program start here. And I'm excited for the young people that are participating, because we know in organized labor that if you start this program and you go into the trades at 18, 19 years old, the difference over waiting till you're 28 can be as much as $1 million over the course of a lifetime when you're looking at pension and 401k and medical benefits and wages. And having a prepared workforce is very exciting to us, all the trades. So we're very thankful that this is happening today. Thankful to Nate and the legislators and all the collaboratives that participated in this. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Leonard. And now we're going to have an opportunity to hear from one of the students who's taking part in the Regional Apprenticeship Pathways program this year. So Bryce Peterson's here and is going to share a few words with us today. Thank you, Bryce.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Bryce Peterson. I'm a senior in Arlington High School, which means I'm on my 4th year, sadly my last year. In my first 3 years as a freshman, a sophomore, and a junior, I'd always planned on going to college. I was good at school and it came pretty easy to me, so I figured college was the right way, possibly the only way to go in order to be successful. But I'd like to do other things, so I sought other options to avoid things like college debt and wasting time on non-essential studies. I've lived on a farm my whole life and still do today. Around my house, we have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to work on. Cutting fields, building greenhouses, trailers, working on machines, fixing things, much more. I wanted to work with my hands and do realistic, critical thinking or building things. I began to discover and learn about the hidden world of opportunity, the trades. After reading more about all the different kinds of trades, apprenticeship opportunities, learning opportunities, and financial opportunities, I wanted to try and get a jump start. So getting ready for my senior year, I went the obvious route, snow aisle. I enrolled late and was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get in due to my tardy application. I waited and waited, anxious, worried, stressed that I wasn't going to get what I desired. A week later, I admitted my application. I was sitting in English 11 and heard some kids talking about a program for trades and all these cool things they were going to do in this brand new class. I was a little jealous and I wanted in. I went to Mr. Long, the director for Arlington High School, and asked him what this program was about, what it was, who it was for, etc. He informed me that it would be a brand new class at Marysville-Pilchuck for kids interested in trades and that wanted to get an advantage in apprenticeship opportunities. I told him I wanted to try this program. I wanted in this program so bad because above all, the benefits sounded really good. It offers college credits to fill the 22 and a half I need to graduate, experience, knowledge, and OSHA 30 certification, as well as a bump start on the waiting list of apprentices. Along with all these benefits, like I said earlier, I enjoy watching things come together, building things, and working hard and problem solving. In this class so far, we've just been getting started, working on projects to build our skills and knowledge so we can eventually reach our ultimate goal of building a home for the less fortunate. And that is what is so great about this program. One, people that don't already have experience running power tools, swinging hammers, and reading blueprints can learn from our teacher, Brian Gahan, as well as the other students who are already experienced. And two, helping others. Not only helping each other from day to day in class, but for example, Marysville-Pilchuck High and cleaning up and improving the facilities. Also, like I mentioned, building a home with a team of young, eager kids to aid a family in need. In our program, we have tasks to complete or things to accomplish with a larger group of people. The more people you have in your group can make it harder or easier to complete something. If everyone is on the same page and doing the same thing, tasks can go very smooth and very fast. Many hands make light work. I'm sure we all know what can happen when people aren't working together and on the same page. And that is one of the most valuable things I've learned in this class and is the most beneficial to me working with others. It has helped me become a successful leader on my sports team as well as in this class. While participating in RAP, I have sharpened my skills and opened my mind to new careers and new ideas, new ways to do things, but above all, I have come to learn that safety is the most important thing to think about working with and around others. I am thrilled to say that I am one of the pioneers of this program and hope that we can lead by example and do great things with what we are offered. Thank you to everyone for coming out, investing your time, your effort, and your money in making this program possible and prosperous.
So So at this time, we're going to do the ribbon cutting, and we'll have each of our RAP students participating in the ribbon cutting.